Released for the PS2, Xbox and GameCube back in 2002, Timesplitters 2 aimed to improve everything about the original game, and boy did it succeed. The main point which the team improved on was the single player story. The first game had a very basic premise where not much was explained about the characters and plot, but Timesplitters 2 expands more in terms of story, making characters more memorable and likeable. The plot begins in the year 2401, where humans and the evil Timesplitters are at war. The Timesplitters decide to use time crystals to travel back in time and change the course of human history and destroy Earth. Sergeant Cortez and Corporal Hart are sent to retrieve the time crystals, but are too late as the Timesplitters take each one through a time portal into various time periods. Cortez decides to jump through and retrieve them. As Cortez enters a different time period, he takes the form of a different character. Not only is the story better, but the missions are better too. Each one has an entertaining cutscene to set the tone. You have much more variety in the level design and objectives. Again, if you ramp up the difficulty, more parts of the level open up and more objectives are added. The game also gives you a temporal uplink, which provides you with a map of the level and helps you spot cameras and enemies. There are also 3 game cartridges hidden throughout the game, which can be picked up and played on the temporal uplink, such as Anaconda. Stealth plays more of a role in Timesplitters 2. Cameras and enemies can spot you if you're not too careful, and that can lead to a failed objective. Not being a fan of stealth, I didn't find these segments too infuriating, and they don't distract too much from the overall fun. The game shares a few similarities with the team's previous work on GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64. Things such as a lack of jump feature, the health interface looking very similar, and the fact that the first level is a dam. Challenge missions are back in Timesplitters 2, and they're much better than before. They're shorter and have more variety, which in turn makes them so much more addictive. Challenges range from collecting bananas, destroying windows, shooting cardboard cutouts and decapitating zombies. You'll always find yourself trying to beat your best score and get gold medals across the board. Completing challenges unlocks new characters, weapons and cheats. Multiplayer returns again and is the shine force of the game. 4-player split screen is back and you can actually play with up to 16 players via System Link. There are 16 game modes this time around and the amount of weapons and characters have been ramped up too. Again, everything about multiplayer can be customised to your preference. If you want some offline multiplayer first person shooter action, you can't do much better than Timesplitters series. Arcade mode offers numerous single player bot matches that vary in theme and objective. These matches give you a good idea of some of the things you can do in multiplayer mode. Map Maker is back too, but this time you can make levels like the ones found in story mode by placing enemies and objectives. More placeable tiles and items are available this time, so you can get very creative with your designs. While Timesplitters 1 received decent reviews, Timesplitters 2 received fantastic reviews, gaining praise from every game publication at the time. Some reviewers labelled the game as the best multiplayer first-person shooter on the PS2, and you can't really argue with that. Check in with part 3 where I'll look at the last game in the series.